Hello. Today I'm going to be talking to you about video games. Now, there's been a theory that people have brought up that video games actually make our children more aggressive. Over the next couple of minutes, I'm going to be talking to you about some pros and cons to video games and basically their concern and why I think it's unfounded. This concern is that while technology is becoming more and more advanced, that video games like Call of Duty or Ghost Recon or anything else are looking and sounding much more realistic, and that our children will, in playing these games, have more aggressive tendencies around others. And this didn't really make any sense to me because I look back to my childhood and I remember learning over so many years the difference between what is real and what's actually fantasy. This comes from me not really having much of an imagination, but by the time that our parents even let us have these games and play them, we learn this difference, and it really, it doesn't make much sense that we wouldn't understand the difference to me. Let's say it again. The ESRB rating system is something that was implemented that prohibits us to buy these video games based on our age. Like, you would have to be 18 to buy a mature game, like all of those games, Call of Duty, Grand Theft Auto. And not only that, but we have our parents who can set locks on our systems that prohibit us from also playing these games. There's also a statistic that the FBI had that showed that youth crime rates have actually dropped in the past couple of years, while video games' popularity has obviously increased. Now, there was also a law that California had tried to pass that was looked at by the U.S. Ninth Circuit of Court of Appeals, that they ruled that they had no statistical evidence that there was any harm done neurologically or psychologically to the minds of minors. Another reason. And it's really important to note that there are positives to video games in our culture. Say, games like Angry Birds and Words with Friends that we find on our phone that encourage us to learn and be active in our games, that really help us with our deductive reasoning and analytical skills. New technologies are being brought up where we're able to have motion detection that is very, very accurate, like the Kinect sensor or the PlayStation Move. Video games really have practical uses, say flight simulators, and there's a supercomputer that was built by the FBI, made of PlayStation 3s, that actually were used to study the mind of a human, the brain. And it's been proven as well that surgeons who have played video games and pilots alike are better at what they do now because of the implements of robotics, like the Predator drones or robotic surgeries. I have a theory that video games will stay popular and they will still become useful for us. And here's just a funny picture. That's about it. Thank you.